Two wide receivers, one on each side. This is 1st and 10. Ball's at the 44-yard line. There's the snap. Schrader's got it. It's going to hand it off. They're going to drive up the middle with the ball, and they pick up about 6 yards. That was a power run from Landon Williams. But we should also mention, Ian, he's 6'2", 205, and is a state championship wrestler. So he's a pretty physical kid.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's the third time they've gone to the well on that play. They like to run beside the right side of this line and give the ball to their big back Williams and let him go to work.
37-yard line's where the ball is. This is going to bring up 2nd down and 14. Schrader lines them up, 2-back set, 2 wide receivers, 1 on each side. There's the snap, going to hand it off. They go to the big guy again, and he muscles his way forward and gets about 5 or 6 yards. And there was contact pretty much right out of the gate.
Yeah, and you want to slow this guy down before he gets a head full of steam, because he'll take you down with him if he gets his momentum going. But the Tigers, thanks to the penalty that brought the touchdown back, this is going to be 3rd and a long 10. Have a chance to get off the field. Could be 2 down territory, though, at this position on the field.
There's the snap. Schrader is going to hand it off, and they're going to wrap him up pretty quickly. Brought down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Bring it up 4th and 10.
And that time they tried to go with they've got a little thunder and lightning here with Sullivan and Williams. That time it was Sullivan, and the Tigers did a great job bottling him up for no gain. And now Dade County's got a decision. This would be a very long field goal. Don't think they have that kind of range.
Well, let's take a break, and we'll come back and find out. 1:56 left to go first quarter. We're scoreless. Back in a moment, 30 seconds. First 10 minutes and 4 seconds. Both teams very physical so far in this game tonight. It's 4th and 10. It looks like they're going to go for it here. And we get ready for Schrader to line them up. They're going to have a running back in the backfield, one this time. Dropping back is the quarterback. Schrader looking to put the ball in the air. It's on the way. Got a wide open man. He makes the grab, and he goes untouched into the end zone. Demetrius Walker was the target there, and he was wide open. And that is, Ian, going to be a 34-yard pass play for a touchdown the first score of the game.
Yes, indeed, and that was a busted coverage there because that young man, Demetrius Walker, was wide open. The ball was actually underthrown, but he was so far behind the defense that he was able to stop at the 5, make the catch, and waltz into the end zone. So I know Coach Groves and the defensive staff will not be happy with that at all, as that registers an explosive play and a scoring play.
One of the things that's unique about this Dade County team is they've got 2 female kickers on the team. We're not going to see her kick there because it was a bad snap, and the guy that was getting ready for the hole was tackled. So that's going to be no good. And those are one of those things, throughout the game. They say the destiny's in the details. It can come back and haunt you at the end of the night.
Oh, no doubt about it, man. You want to put every point on the board you can. And it puts you at a disadvantage there to miss the PAT. So that's big for the Tigers as they kind of get themselves sorted out. It seems like there's some cobwebs in the helmets to start this game. And that happens from time to time. But I imagine the Tigers will find their focus and get rolling here.
And I'm getting a couple of text messages from people that have said they've lost the live stream. I can't really speak to what has happened there. I believe we're still on the radio at this point in time, and we're getting the live stream up here, but we're tapped into a different source, so we apologize for that, and I'm sure they're working on it, and we'll have it back up pretty quickly. But we're glad to have you with us from Darlington School. We're at Chris Hunter Stadium, and it looks like they've got it back up on YouTube, so it should be resolved at this point in time. But we're getting ready for the next kickoff, and it's going to be from Carter Bradley. We've seen him handle the kickoff duties for Dade County this evening. At 6-0, Dade leaves it. leads it, and we've got 1:49 left to go here in the opening quarter of the game. And, of course, they're not going to kick it to anybody in this game. That goes out of bounds, so that'll come out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, man, this kicker has some weird spin on the ball. It's like a reverse spiral. And he's not, I don't think he's kicking with his left foot either, so it comes off of his foot. I don't know if I've ever seen that, to be honest with you, but out of bounds nonetheless. And the Tigers will have good field position starting at the 35-yard line for their third drive. They had something going on the last drive, but a rare turnover from this Darlington team gave Dade the ball, and Dade took advantage of it. Man, that was an 11-play drive, 73 yards.
Wow. And we get a false start.
Let's see if the Tigers come back and answer. They've done a good job of that all season. Oh, they're going to have to re-kick it.
All right, so we're going to have this one kicked off again. And remember, the previous kick went out of bounds. All right, Talon Shirey is going to be standing at about the 17-yard line, hoping for an opportunity to field this one and make something happen here on special teams for the Tigers. They kind of need a spark right now.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Get this crowd energized and ready to roll. What's the theme tonight? There's always a theme.
I'm not sure. They've already had Hawaiian night.
Yeah.
Here comes the kick. It's on the way,
like
and that one's gonna bounce out of bounds at about the 40. Another flag comes in, so the result will be the same.
Well, I'm interested to see where they spot the ball. That one went out of bounds further upfield, so see where the officials set this one down.
It looks like we're going to see him
kick
it again. What happened?
Another procedure penalty.
This is crazy.
It is. It is. I don't know if I've ever seen that happen 2 times in a row, but now we've had 3 penalties on Dade County, totaling 20 yards. They'll be kicking off from their own 30.
And again, it's going to be Carter Bradley. His leg's getting a workout here on this kickoff. This is the 3rd one in a row. We're scoreless, 140, or rather, Dade County leads 6-0. 148 left here in the first quarter of the football game.
And Matt, we don't have a score here, but Rome's already put 14 up on Allatoona. No other score updates. That's the only one I could get a score for. But the Buccaneers have fallen. They were a tough program a few years ago.
So we get ready for Carter Bradley to trot to the ball. I feel like I've said that a couple of times in the last minute or so. And the kick is on the way. And this one is going to sail right into the arms of Miles Twyman, who's going to bring it out. He's across the 40, can't wrap him up. He's across the 50. He's running down the sidelines. 30, 25, shakes a tackle. He's going to be hauled out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Maybe that is just the spark of energy that the Tigers need. Big return, Miles Twyman. Wow.
And I tell you what, you don't want to put it in the hands of Miles Twyman. He's having a heck of a season, but I'm going to call out the guy blocking downfield because we know Coach Groves, that's the kind of stuff that gets you a black shirt right there. It was number 19, Stuart Grigsby, who was just driving that defender down the field, and guess what? It's coming back.
Wow. So we've seen, 2 false starts on the kickoff. We saw a big kickoff return that would have had him inside the 20-yard line, around the 15-yard line. And then we see a penalty that happened after that. So, wow, what an interesting sequence.
Yeah, no doubt. And that's the first penalty on the Tigers. We'll see where they march this off from. And eventually we'll know where they're going to start this drive.
This has been one of the absolute craziest sequences on a kickoff of any football game I've ever seen. We've seen a lot of them, Ian.
47 of Dade is where they're going to start, Matt, after all the dust has settled.
Shotgun formation, 2 wide set, 1 on either side. You got the H-back in. Demarion Floyd in the backfield. They go right to him, running out on the right side, and they're going to haul him out of bounds out of a short gain, about a yard or 2 that he got at the most.
I tell you what, they've done a good job sideline to sideline. The Tigers are getting their guys the ball and trying to get them out on the perimeter, but so far Dade County has been able to match that speed and keep the Tigers from breaking the big plays. Biggest play so far was a 14-yard completion from Konchesky to Sam Wooten.
6-0 your score. Dade County on top. Second down and 8. Going to send 3 wide receivers to the near side this time. Tigers working from right to left. Empty backfield for Konchesky. Man motions. That's going to be Demarion Floyd. They fake the handoff. Sammy Konchesky goes the opposite direction, stays up, and he gets a first down. What a great play.
Yeah, absolutely. Floyd came in motion. Konchesky had that RPO. He decided to pull the ball, and it was the right decision. And he doesn't waste any time getting north and south and picking up a much-needed first down for the Darlington offense.
So the Tigers will go back to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10. Now going to have it at the 35-yard line in Dade County territory with 1:10 left to go in the first quarter. They will line up with Demarion Floyd in the backfield, 4 wide receiver set. Floyd's going to be flanked to the right now of Sammy Konchesky, who takes the snap, drops back. He's going to throw a screen up, tries to throw it over to Demarion Floyd. That was a forward pass, so that's going to be incomplete.
And it was going to get blown up anyway. Probably a good thing that Floyd wasn't able to haul that in, because it would have been a loss of 5 or 6 yards.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 rather for the Tigers. They're going to bring Sam Wooten in for this package, and also Noah Duggan.
And they have not there. They've changed the down marker. See what the Tigers dial up here.
2nd and 10 from the 35 on the Wolverine side of the field. 2 wide receivers to the near side. And it looked like, yep, the Wolverines jumped offside, so that's going to be a 5-yard gift to the Darlington Tigers.
You'll take it all day. A little hard count there. Got the Wolverines a little jumpy. And a free 5 yards. Moves the Tigers closer to their goal. And that's an equalizer here. We want to see the Tigers go down, get that touchdown, and possibly take the lead with the extra point. Now, interesting note, Hendricks Jones is on the bench with ice on his ankle, so not sure if he'll be able to kick.
Empty backfield here for Sammy Konchesky. 2nd down and 5 from the 30 in Wolverines territory. They're going to hand it off to Demarion Floyd. Gets a seam, stays up, dives at the end of the play. That should be enough for a first down.
Yeah, absolutely. That's Floyd's 6th carry. Got about 7 yards there. And a big-time first down to keep this drive alive.
Clock moving at 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. So this quarter is almost in the books with Dade County leading at 6-0. Floyd's going to line up in the backfield here with Sammy Konchesky for 1st and 10 now at the 23-yard line. And there's the snap. They're going to fake the pitch. Konchesky's going to keep and goes forward and gets inside the 20 down to about the 19. That may be the last play here of the first quarter. I believe it will be.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get another one. But nice gain there by Konchesky on 1st down.
And that is the end of your first quarter. Darlington Tigers trail at home to the Dade County Wolverines. Score is 6-0. We're going to step out for a 1-minute break. Back for the second quarter after these messages.
My name is Ryan Somerville. I am the sales manager for Business Water Solutions. We do water purification coolers as well as ice machines for any size business. We're on campus right now at Darlington School. Super happy to be here. They're one of our biggest customers. I myself played sports here. Our 2 founders played sports here. It was absolutely our pleasure to be a sponsor for Darlington Athletics. I think one thing that really sets us apart is our water purification. There's 13 stages. The reverse osmosis part of it has been a huge part of our success, along with our 24-hour guarantee for service calls. So when a customer does call us, we're guaranteed within 24 hours. We were able to provide a touchless water system to make it more COVID-friendly in terms of germs and touching the water system. One thing I always say is we're not selling a product, we're selling our service. That's what we really push for every single day, is to have a customer service experience like they've never had before.
All right, folks, we're start of the second quarter. And Dade County leads this one 6-0, but the Tigers are threatening here as we get ready to start the second frame.
Yes, they are. A turnover ended their last drive, but this one has been methodical.
Two wide receivers. Here comes the snap. Konchesky's going to turn, hand it off to Demarion Floyd. They got him wrapped up by his legs, shakes him off, and then two guys come in and bring him down.
My goodness.
So not a lot there for him on that play. He's going to take a loss.
And again, trying to get Floyd out on the edge, and he ends up losing a yard there. Great pursuit. So far, Dade County's defense has really, really played well.
Got a 4 wide receiver set. Floyd in the backfield. Konchesky getting ready to take the snap here on 3rd and 9. A flag comes in.
And that's going to be on Darlington.
It's going to be a false start, so that'll back him up 5 yards.
And that puts them in 3rd and long. Now, this still could be 2-down territory, especially with Hendricks Jones. He does not look available to me. The shoe is off, so I don't think he's going to be taking any field goal attempts.
Ball at the 27-yard line. 4 wide receiver set. Floyd in the backfield. Shirey motions to the left side. They're going to throw a screen pass over to Demarion Floyd. That'll fall incomplete.
And, Matt, they may still take a shot here. You're in no man's land. You're not in field goal range. Might as well throw one up. You either catch it or possibly get a PI and keep the drive alive.
So again, 4th down and 14. Ball is at the 28-yard line. They're going to line up with a couple of wide receivers on each side of the formation. Floyd's in the backfield here with Sammy Konchesky. And we get ready for the snap on 4th and 14. Again, Tigers at the 28-yard line. They drop back, looking to throw. Konchesky looks downfield. He's got company in the backfield. He's going to have to try to bail out, and he's going to take the sack. That'll be a turnover on downs for the Tigers.
Yeah, tough play there. Konchesky didn't have his first couple of reads, and by the time he was getting through his progression there and made a move into the pocket, he went into traffic, and Dade was able to clean that up and get the sack and the turnover on downs. So that's twice now that the Tigers have been just on the cusp of the red zone, and they've had a fumble and a turnover on downs that have stalled those drives out.
So the Wolverines are going to start out on their own 35-yard line, leading the game 6-0. 2 wide receivers, 1 on each side. They're going to have twin backs in the backfield. There's the snap, going to turn, hand it off. Schrader is going to get it to one of his favorite guys, Braylon Sullivan. Ball comes out, and who came up with it?
I think Dade got on it.
I believe they were able to cover. So it looks like the ball will stay with Dade County, and they'll have a short gain on the play. So they picked up about a yard on that play.
Yeah, let's see who caused that fumble. It was D-Man Floyd. Got a shoulder pad or a helmet on it and jarred that thing loose. But the Tigers were not able to take advantage.
So Dade County comes back to the line of scrimmage with 2nd and 8 with the ball now at the 36-yard line. 3 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near side. And here's the snap to Schrader. He's going to run the football this time, and they are going to haul him down after maybe a short gain there, but not a lot there on that play on the quarterback keeper.
No, not at all. Well defended by the Tigers. They could use the 3 and out here, Matt. Get the ball back, see some momentum. And is that train number 1?
I believe it is. I guess we're going to see on the scoreboard here in just a couple of moments to confirm, but I'm kind of with you, Ian. I think it's the first one.
We miss them a lot.
We sure do. You try to stay dialed in as much as you can to the game. Empty backfield, 4 wide receivers on the far side. Dropping back as the quarterback, Schrader, and he is going to take a sack. Great pursuit there by the Tigers, led by number 8, Jake Trebus, wasn't it?
I think it was
Jaron
Payne.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Good deal. With the way the jersey's pulled, it's kind of hard for me to see it.
Yeah, that was Jaron Payne that came through and got the sack, finished it up. A huge play to force Dade to punt, and you've got 2 guys back there that can make something happen in special teams. We talked about Coach Groves wanting to see some big plays in special teams. Nothing could wake this team up quicker than D-Man or Talon Shirey taking one of the house here.
When their numbers get bunched up like that, it's hard for me to tell if it's an 8 or a 9. There's the snap, and here comes the punt from Carter. It is on the way. Carter Bradley, and that one's going to drop and will bounce and die right around the 46-yard line. So good field position here for the Tigers.
And that's been a trend so far. The Tigers have had good field position. They just haven't been able to put an entire drive together. There have been some positives, but they've stalled out. But a great response there from that Tiger defense. The last time Dade had the ball, they drove it 72 yards behind that running game primarily, other than the fourth down pass that they hit. But the Tigers get a 3-and-out the second time they've been able to force a 3-and-out tonight.
So the Tigers get ready for their fourth drive of the game. Have not come up with any points. Trail at home 6-0 with 8:53 left to go here in the second quarter of the ball game. Shotgun formation. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to fake the handoff and run it. Cuts towards the near side and the near hash, and he's going to be hauled in just across the 50. So he picked up about 4 yards on that play, a positive play.
And you're seeing, they've gotten a heavy dose of D-man tonight, and Konchesky's starting to pull and try to make some plays on the ground. But so far, this Wolverine defense they've been able to bend and not break.
So the ball at the 49-yard line, that was the pickup of 5. That brings up 2nd down and 5. Wide receiver on each side of the formation. Floyd in the backfield here with Sammy Konchesky. And we get ready for the snap here with 8 minutes and 14 seconds and the clock ticking here in the second quarter. And we won't see the snap before a timeout, though. So we're going to take one as well. 8:10 left to go here in the second quarter. Dade County 6, Darlington 0, back in 30 seconds. From the YouTube feed, and we got 8:10. I keep wanting to say 18. 8:10 left here in the second quarter. Dade County 6, Darlington 0. Easy for me to say.
Right. You got it out.
Eventually. All right, the Tigers line up. They got 2nd and 5 here from the 49-yard line, just inside Wolverines territory, working left to right. And, yep.
Twyman took a step there, and that's going to be a false start and back the Tigers up. So another penalty.
So instead of being 2nd and 5, that'll back them up 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Twyman comes off the field. Demarion Floyd back on for this next play. Got to send 3 wide receivers to the far side, one on the near. One on the near is Jake Trebus.
We've got some discussion amongst the officials, but I think they've sorted things out.
So the
Maybe
ball
not.
stayed. The ball stayed at the 49-yard line.
Are they waving the flag off?
So it's going to be 2nd and 5. They must have.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. 3 wide receivers at the far side, one on the near. 2nd and 5 on the play after all of that. And Konchesky waits on the ball. It's in his hands. He drops back. He's got company in the backfield, puts the ball in the air on a screen pass, is able to connect with an open man, and that's Demarion Floyd who hauls it in, and they get a first down.
Yes, they do. Let's see where they spot that ball. So they picked up about 7 yards there.
Ball's going to be at just shy of the 41-yard line.
I tell you what, they got just what they wanted. There's all this pressure coming. You've got the screen on. I expected there to be a lot of open space, but somehow this Dade defense is really, really managing to keep this Tiger offense in front of them.
Back the spot up just a little bit. It's going to be at the 42 on Wolverine side of the field. Shotgun formation here for 1st and 10. Officials having a little bit of discussion there at the line of scrimmage. Now the Tigers back over the ball. Shotgun, 2 wide set, 1 on each side. Here's the snap. Konchesky drops back, looking to pass. Not as much pressure this time. Throws the ball to Talon Shirey, hauls it in, diving for it inside the 5. What a grab and what a throw. Excellent play. Man. First and goal, Darlington Tigers. How long was that play?
They were at the 42. They were at the 42, and they're marking him down at the 5-yard line. So that's a 37-yard pass, yeah.
Math skills live on the radio.
I know, right?
So a 37-yard pass to Talon Shirey. What a pass, what a catch. And now first and goal for the Tigers here from the 5-yard line as they get ready to take the snap. Ball's in Sammy Konchesky's hands. He's going to take it himself. He gets inside to about the 3-yard line before they bring him down. We'll see where he was down.
Just a little quarterback power there, and well defended by this Dade front. What a dime, Konchesky. That's the second deep ball that he's thrown right on the money. And like we said, 9 times out of 10, Shirey makes the catch. He made a tougher catch there than the one he wasn't able to haul in earlier. Beautiful reception.
So second down and goal from the 3 after the pickup of 2 from Sammy Konchesky. Demarion Floyd in the backfield here with Sammy. 2 wide set. Here's the snap. Going to turn. Gives it to Demarion Floyd. Dives over the pile, and he's in. The Darlington Tigers score on a 3-yard plunge there from Demarion Floyd. He won the Honeymoon Bakery Icing on the Cake Player of the Game last week. And then he scores the first touchdown of the game for the Tigers, although I don't think the officials signaled it yet. They're still talking, but he was in. There it is.
There we go.
Boom. A little bit of a delayed signal, but the points are on the board now, and the Tigers have tied this ball game up 6 apiece pending PAT. So they'll trot their kicker out onto the field. It looks like it's going to be Dade DeSalis here with the extra point attempt.
And we saw DeSalis handle kickoff duties last week and do a great job. Had a beautiful high arcing end over end kick consistently last week, and now he's forced into place kicking action because of the injury on the first play of the game to Hendrix Jones, who is now in a boot down on the sideline, Matt.
Indeed, there's the snap. Hold from Konchesky is good. Kicks on the way, and it is going to be through. So the Tigers have taken the lead 7-6.
Excellent, Matt. A 5-play 53-yard drive there, and the highlight of that drive, no doubt about it, was the 37-yard dart that Sammy Konchesky fired to Talon Shirey that set him up first and goal at the 5-yard line. From there, it was 2 plays before they punched it into the end zone, and it was D-Man Floyd getting in from 3 yards out.
Indeed it was. So the Tigers now on top 7-6. We mentioned that on the scoring drive there for Dade County, they would punch it in on a 34-yard pass to Demetrius Walker, but there would be a tough snap situation there on the extra point, and the guy that was getting ready for the hold got tackled with the ball. It was no good, so the score is 6-0. Tigers were able to score a couple of drives later on Floyd 3-yard plunge. Extra point was good, and the difference is an extra point right now, 7-6. All right, folks, 6:07 left to go here in the first half. 7-6, Darlington leads it. What are you laughing about?
First lead of the game, man.
I thought you were looking at
I was watching the push-ups.
The push-ups.
Yeah, and you're not doing them,
that.
so yeah, absolutely.
Here comes the kickoff from DeSalis. It is on the way. End over end. Drops in at about the 5-yard line. It will be fielded and brought out. They've got it at the far hash. They bring him down inside the 20. The return man was Demetrius Walker. And so not great field position here for the Wolverines.
Beautiful kick there from DeSalis there. He really gets some air under it and well covered. It was Miles Twyman that ended up making the tackle on Demetrius Walker, who has a touchdown tonight. He was able to get behind the defense and catch that 34-yard pass for Dade's only score of the night.
So the Wolverines come back to the line of scrimmage now, trailing 7-6. Going to send a couple of wide receivers to the near side, one on the far side. Quarterback Bryson Schrader lines up with one man in the backfield with him. There's the snap. Going to hand it off. They go to the big guy, and he's brought down. What a stop. Sam Wooten grabbing a hold of Landon Williams. who we already mentioned is a state championship wrestler. He's a load to bring down. That was a heavy hit.
Well, Williams had been giving them problems on that scoring drive. He was really the primary ball carrier. That time Sam Wooten was having none of it and dragged him down for a 3-yard loss. Again, we said it's important to get to him before he gets his motor going. They were able to do that on that play.
So 2nd down and 13 now for the Dade County Wolverines, who have gotten themselves behind the chains after the first play was a tackle for a loss for Sam Wooten. 2 wide receivers on the far side, a couple on the near, one man in the backfield. Man motions from left to right. Quarterback looking to throw, puts the ball in the air, a pretty deep ball, and it is almost intercepted by the Tigers. It looked like Talon Shirey got his hands in there and batted it away.
Yeah, he definitely broke that pass up, almost intercepted it. It was him and Ashton Albers that were on the coverage there, and Shirey got it with his hands, pushed it away, and Albers almost intercepted it. So great play by those two Tigers downfield.
So this brings up 3rd and 13 here for Dade County Wolverines. Ball is at the 19-yard line on their side of the field. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. It's going to throw a screen pass. It's called after bobbled around a couple of times, and they bring him down. He picked up some yards there on that play, but they're going to have to punt.
A great open field tackle there by Demarion Floyd because the screen was set up well. They executed it, but Floyd was able to shed his blocker and get in there and make the tackle in open field, or we'd still be watching Jace Anderson run that thing. That was number 2, right?
I believe it was, yeah. And we've got Carter Bradley on to punt this ball away here for Dade County. A couple of men back here, dangerous ones at the 45-yard line. Here on the near side, you got Demarion Floyd about midfield. Standing on the Tiger paw is Talon Shirey. As we pointed out multiple times, don't want to kick it to either one of those guys. There's the kick, puts a pretty good boot on it, drops into the hands of Talon Shirey, who signaled the fair catch and good field position, great field position rather, for the Darlington Tigers.
Which they've had all night, really. So is that again at the 47-yard line where they're going to start? Okay, their 5th possession will start from there. And they have a chance to seize momentum in this game. And so far, the Darlington defense, Dade's had the ball 4 times. They've gone 3 and out 3 of those 4 times. The other drive was an 11-play, 72-yard drive that they were able to score on a 4th and long. So it's been a defensive battle so far. We've seen some really, really great play on both sides.
Very physical game, no doubt about it, which is what we kind of expected going in. This is 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Darlington with a 7-6 lead in possession of the ball. Starts in their own territory. They're going to turn, hand it off to Demarion Floyd. Bounces out to the left side. He's got some green grass, folks. Shakes off a defender. He's inside the 30. Cuts up midfield. He's on his way. Nobody's going to get him. He's in the end zone. Darlington Tigers score. My goodness, it was a 53-yard run for a touchdown on the opening play of the possession, and the Tigers are in the end zone again, just like that. Wow.
And we have not had a chance to see D-Man break the big one all year. He's had some great runs. He's had some long touchdown runs, but that takes the cake. He was shaking people out of their shoes on that run as he kept cutting back across field. And by my count, he made at least 6 guys miss. And then turned on the Jets for his 2nd touchdown of the game.
DeSalis on for the extra point. See if they can make it 14-6 here with 4:08 remaining here in the 2nd quarter of the ball game. What a run from Demarion Floyd. Here comes the snap. The hole from Kincheski is good. The kick is going to be blocked, and it is no good. Score remains 13-6, so both teams have had a missed extra point here in this game.
Yeah. But nonetheless, the juice that was missing from this crowd, from this team, it's flowing now.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
And if Matt could be out there doing push-ups, he'd have to do 13.
Well, I'm glad that I declined the generous offer that you bestowed upon me in the coaches show the other day.
No. We're going to have some score updates for you. Some big games going on. They're all big now. We're in region play, but there's some big games to report. We look forward to bringing those, but we're going to save them, Matt. We're not going to give anybody the juicy details until we get to the half.
And you notice when you mentioned that, Coach Groves laughed, but he didn't nod in agreement that should happen. He's like, yeah, that ain't happening. Two men back here for Dade County. The one at midfield, or at the middle of the field there around the 10-yard line, is going to be Braylon Sullivan. Darlington leads at 13-6, 4:08 left to go here in the second quarter. And get ready for DeSalis to tee up the ball and get ready to kick it back to the Dade County Wolverines. Dade County won the toss, deferred to the second half. And we get ready for DeSalis to trot the football and kick it away here for the Tigers. He's on his way. Toe meets leather. That's end over end. Nice kick's going to drop, bounce into the hands of return man here, who's got a head full of steam. He's across the 40, and they haul him out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. So a good return there for number 9, Braylon Sullivan.
Mark it at the 42, Matt. That's where they'll start the drive. And yeah, that was a heck of a return. And Braylon Sullivan, he's a little bit of their glue man over there. But hey, I think, Matt, we might have a penalty. We do, and so check that starting field position, because yet another penalty on the Dade County Wolverines. And that's going to be a big one. Instead of the 42, looks like they will start at their 17. Yeah.
Yep, you're right. So the 17-yard line rather than the 42-yard line. You'll take that. And Dade County goes back to the line of scrimmage now. 1st and 10 from the 17 on their side of the field. They'll turn, hand it off, and diving forward with it was the return man that we saw just a minute ago, Braylon Sullivan. Not a lot there for him. He picked up a few yards.
Timmy Smith came up from his DB position there and made the tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
So Dade County will come back to the line of scrimmage with 2nd and 8. Trailing now 13-6 to the Tigers with 3:35 left here in the half. There's the snap. Schrader's going to hand it off. They go with the big guy on the outside, and he's got those motor running now. Legs turning down to the 34-yard line. Boy, he's a load to bring down.
Yeah, man, it's like a Mack truck running the ball.
Landon Williams, hard runner, no doubt about it. Strong kid. So now the ball is across to the 32-yard line.
That's Dade's first down since the second drive of the game.
So the Wolverines will send 2 wide to the near side, 1 on the far side. One man motions off to the right. They're going to hand it off and brought down immediately. And that was the big guy again, Landon Williams.
Yeah, it looked like he was brought down immediately, but then he fell forward and gained 3 more yards.
Yeah.
No. Connor Ellison was there and made contact right at the line of scrimmage, but Landon Williams just bulldozed his way forward.
So that brings up 2nd down and 8. Going to send a wide receiver to the near side, 1 on the far side.
We got a timeout.
All right, well, let's take it with them. Here's your score. Darlington 13, Dade County 6, 2:39 left in the first half. We're back in 30 seconds. WLAQ radio broadcast, 96.9 FM, 1410 AM, or online at WLAQ1410.com. Also providing our audio for the YouTube stream. And we're almost at halftime. Going to be some interesting scores coming up at halftime.
Yeah. I'm looking around. Not necessarily close scores, but they might surprise you.
Yeah. Shotgun formation, 2nd and 8 here for Dade County. Bad snap, gets behind the quarterback. He has to just fall on the ball and cover. And it looked like they snapped it. Sullivan came up with that ball.
Yeah. Sullivan was running the Wildcat. And that is a costly loss for the Wolverines. They had a little momentum there after picking up the first down. Now they're in a passing situation here on 3rd and 15. Darlington will be looking out for the screen as that seems to be their go-to in this situation.
Well, we can get ready for the snap. Several guys work their way off to the right side of the formation before they snap the ball. 6 seconds on the play clock. They're going to go Wildcat again to Sullivan, and he's going to be brought down quick.
Yeah.
Didn't pick up much there. Maybe got about a yard back of what he lost on the previous play, so they're going to have to punt.
They didn't take a shot downfield there. Didn't try to pass to pick it up. I think they went with the play that they fumbled the snap on, and now Darlington's going to take a timeout so they can set up for a scoring drive before the half.
All right, let's take another one. 1:42 left to go here in the first half. Darlington 13, Dade County 6, back in 30. And punt the ball again for the Dade County Wolverines. So the Tigers are going to get the ball back and get ready for their 6th drive of the first half of the ball game. Talon Shirey is going to stand at the far hash around the 40-yard line as they get ready to kick this ball away. And the band plays Sweet Caroline.
Hey, the Darlington band stepped their game up this year. Bringing it.
Oh, doing a fantastic job. There's the snap. Here comes the kick, and that one's going to spin around at about the 40-yard line and is going to go out of bounds. So good field position for the Tigers.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
What?
There's another flag.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what the call is here, man.
Waiting on the officials. Have the Honeymoon Bakery icing and the cake player of the game. Demarion Floyd won it last week. He's in the running again this week, Ian.
He sure is. 2 touchdowns already. That 53-yarder, Matt, puts him at 74 yards on 9 carries.
And
2 touchdowns.
Randy Smith running the music tonight on the PA. Throws out the Eminence Front from The Who. I always love that song. Get you hyped up.
And we're still waiting on the officials to sort this out.
They're having quite the conversation over there, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a meeting of the minds. Here we go.
They've got it all figured out.
All that for?
Yes, let's find out.
Personal foul on Darlington. But they will retain the football. It's just going to move this back to the 25-yard line.
So rather than starting at the 40-yard line, as you mentioned, they will march off the penalty yards.
So that stretches the field a little bit, but minute and 33 seconds left. Darlington has 1 timeout remaining. I still think they're going to take their shots and try to move this ball.
So the Tigers to the line of scrimmage with 1st and 10 from the 25 rather than the 40 as initially thought. There's the snap. Sammy Konchesky's going to hand it off. They go in the other direction with it. Demarion Floyd, look at him. He's got some room. He's across the 50, running down the sidelines inside the 30, and they haul him out of bounds at around the 24-yard line. So another big run for D-Man.
25 to the 25. Pretty impressive. 50-yard run.
Yards.
Yeah. His 10th carry.
Man, oh man. So he just eclipsed the 100-yard mark.
134 in this first half. But
it's coming back. Another flag.
Yeah.
.122 left to go here in the first half of the game. Darlington leads it 13-6, and the big 50-yard run is coming back.
What's the call? I'm guessing it's a hold.
Yep, it's a hold.
Yep. It was during the run, so that will net about 8 yards.
So that brings up Tigers get ready to snap the ball. And here's the snap. Quarterback turns, is going to hand it off to Demarion Floyd, and he is going to get across the marker and get the first down.
I think that may have been Miles Twyman.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Yep, you're right.
Yeah. So was Twyman's first carry, 4 yards.
2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 on the far side. Konchesky takes the snap. He rolls to his right, puts the ball in the air, and that is going to be nearly intercepted by number 11, who is Carter Christensen, but it'll be incomplete.
And that one left Konchesky's hand. Came off his hand a little funny there, and it's fortunate that one didn't get picked.
So this is 2nd down and 10 for the Tigers with the ball at the 40-yard line, working from left to right. 2 wide receivers stacked up on each side of the formation. There's the snap. Konchesky drops back. He's got company in the backfield, tucks it, and it looks like he's going to have to, well, he's going to put it in the air, and that's going to be complete.
Wow.
What a grab as he was straddling the sidelines, walking the tightrope. Talon Shirey, another flag?
Yep, we do have a flag.
Man.
Usually that's going to be a hold. Bang, bang play there. Wow.
Tell Jack to slide the quarterback if you're going to run nickel again. There should be a run like.
Let's see. What'd they call? An eligible receiver. Okay. Okay, so that one's coming back. Heck of a pass, heck of a catch.
It really was. Demarion Floyd back out on for this package. Twyman off the field now for the Tigers. Going to have 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 on the far side. It looks like we'll have Floyd in the backfield here with Sammy Konchesky. This is 3rd down and about 12 here for the Tigers. Man motions off to the right side. A screen pass to Demarion Floyd, trying to get him in space. Shakes off a defender, shakes off another one, and then scoots out of bounds. So not a lot on that play. That brings up 4th down, and the Tigers will have to punt.
And unfortunately, they weren't able to let that last play stand. That's train number 2 by my count.
And train number 2 by the scoreboards.
All right, we're on it tonight.
We're on track.
We are on it.
So Talon Shirey ready to punt this thing away here for the Darlington Tigers. Going to have Demetrius Walker standing at the 30-yard line at the near hash.
Wow.
Here's the kick. That's going to be a spiraling kick. Drops in at about the 30. Will be fielded by Demetrius. He goes out to the far side. He's got a good kick return going here, and he gets across the 50 down to about the 45.
Yeah,
Wow.
very interesting here. As that, let's see, we're flag free on that particular play.
Are you sure?
Maybe.
I don't see one.
I don't either.
So this drive will start at the 45-yard line. 29.3 seconds left on the clock here as we get ready for halftime. Darlington leads at 13-6. Dade County won the toss, deferred to the second half. So you got to put everything you got into getting a stop here, not giving up any points as you get ready to go in the locker room here.
Yeah, I think Dade probably would have been happy to just take a knee had that return not been so good. But now they're in striking distance, and they do have a timeout, 29.3 seconds left. So I expect they'll take a few shots.
Officials having a conference again at about the 35-yard line.
Seems to be a regular event this evening.
They're huddling up quite a bit. Well, we're going to go through some scores at halftime, courtesy of Rome Orthopedic Center and the Rome Orthopedic Center High School Football Scoreboard Show. You can tune in after the game, and one of the things we'd like to encourage you to do is, if you're listening to the program, give them a call and talk to them.
Please
about
do.
The game and chat with Lynn and Austin. They enjoy hearing from you. 706-232-7767. Write that down. Have it ready to go at the end of the night. The more the merrier.
The Butler boys are doing a great job. Let's see. What's the call here? There was a flag.
There was one, yeah.
And will that flag back the Wolverines up? It does not seem so.
No. They come back to the line of scrimmage, and the ball's at the 44-yard line in Tiger territory. 29.3 seconds on the clock here in the half. Darlington leads at 13-6. Going to have two wide receivers on the far side, one on the near, a running back in the backfield with Schrader, the quarterback here for Dade County. And there's the snap. Bad snap. He's going to try to fall on the ball. Ball's loose. Who's going to get it? It's a hot potato on the ground and still battling for it. I think that they were able to cover. Braylon Sullivan was able to fall on the ball after a big loss there for Dade County.
Yeah, that is not how you wanted things to happen.
No.
If you're Dade, and I think they're just going to let this clock run out. We're going to head to the half.
By the way, Braves lead at 5-3 in the top of the fifth.
Good to get back to their winning ways.
Our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Well, as you say, that's the end of the first half of the ball game. Darlington leads it at halftime. 13-6 is your score at the half. As you get another view there, a nighttime view from the drone on the video stream if you're watching that. But whether you're listening on the radio or on the video, we're glad to have you with us tonight. Let's send it back to the studio. Darlington up at half, 13-6 over Dade County. We're back in 4 minutes.
My name is Ryan Somerville. I am the sales manager for Business Water Solutions. We do water purification coolers as well as ice machines for any size business. We're on campus right now at Darlington School. Super happy to be here. They're one of our biggest customers. I myself played sports here. Our two founders played sports here. It was absolutely our pleasure to be a sponsor for Darlington Athletics. I think one thing that really sets us apart is our water purification. There's 13 stages. The reverse osmosis part of it has been a huge part of our success, along with our 24-hour guarantee for service calls. So when a customer does call us, we're guaranteed within 24 hours. We were able to provide a touchless water system to make it more COVID-friendly in terms of germs and touching the water system. One thing I always say is we're not selling a product, we're selling our service. That's what we really push for every single day, is to have a customer service experience like they've never had before.
Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV at Riverside Auto Group. Check out riversideautogroup.com today to browse their selection, or visit with them in person at Riverside Chevrolet Buick GMC in Rome, Riverside Toyota in Rome, and the all-new Riverside Buick GMC Cadillac in Cartersville. Locally owned and operated by the Welburn family since 1974. That's Riverside Auto Group. Visit riversideautogroup.com.
Here, I'm becoming who I want to be.
Here, I am looking toward my future.
Here, we learn from our failures so that we may soon succeed.
Here, we're passionate about learning and trying new things every day.
Here, we search for new perspectives and cultures so we can better understand the world.
Because at Darlington, we know we're in the most trusted hands.
As we discover new passions and learn more about ourselves through academics,
Athletics,
fine arts,
and service to our community, we show our versatility as we choose different pathways to our goals.
this is our home.
We embrace challenges and persevere, even when something seems impossible.
We collaborate and create to take our place in the world.
We know that together we can make an impact.
This is our moment, our time.
Graduates today, Darlington forever.
At Rome Orthopedic Center, we salute students, freshmen and seniors, athletes and artists, first stringers and choral singers, band majors and game changers. We hope you never need orthopedic care, but if you do, choose the only practice in the Rome area solely dedicated to the orthopedic needs of the students and families in our community. Rome Orthopedic Center. To make an appointment, call 706-292-0040.
Stadium, Darlington Tigers on top, 13-6. Demanding Floyd with a couple of touchdown runs. One of them a really big one there in the first half of 53 yards. Tigers on top at half. A lot of penalty flags there in the first half of the game. A lot of action. Region play is underway.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Matt. There were a lot of penalties, especially on the Dade County Wolverines, but the first quarter was over in the blink of an eye. The second quarter, a little bit longer. But the Tigers were able to bounce back after falling behind 6-0. Dade County was able to score on their second drive. It was an 11-play, 72-yard drive capped off by a 34-yard touchdown pass, and it was Demetrius Walker who caught that from quarterback Bryson Schrader. Things were going all Dade County early. Darlington was kind of looking to get the cobwebs out. They did that, and they did that in impressive fashion. A big pass play down to Talon Shirey, 37-yard strike from Konchesky to Shirey, set him up at the 5-yard line. 2 plays later, Demarion Floyd gets in, and then you have the quick strike drive the next time they get the ball. You can't score any quicker than one play, right?
Oh, no doubt about it. A 53-yard touchdown run for Demarion Floyd, blocked extra point, and Darlington would lead at 13-6 when we got to halftime, because that was the final score of the first half of the football game. So that's where we are at halftime. Darlington leads this thing 13-6. We're glad to have you with us. A couple of programming notes that I'll pass along to you after the game tonight. We'll have the Honeymoon Bakery icing on the cake player of the game, brought to you by Honeymoon Bakery on Broad Street. We'll also have the Rome Orthopedic Center High School football scoreboard show with Lynn and Austin Butler, and they'll field calls from regulars like Clay from Lindale. And talking about Pepperell Dragons, you'll have Jeff calling in about the model game. A bunch of other folks probably calling in the show tonight with a lot of region games taking place. Most teams are in their region schedule starting this week.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Are you ready for some scores?
Let's have them, man. Let's have them.
All right, well, it'll be a running clock. With on the road, Rum's playing Allatoona. They're up 42-0 at the half. Pepperell is up 20-7 over Chattooga and Lindale. No surprise there. The Dragons have been playing better and better every week. Got that big win last week against Temple. Looks like they're going to keep that rolling. Here's one that's a little surprising. We both picked the Indians to win this game, but they are up 21-0 at the half over the Coosa Eagles. You surprised by that?
I'm surprised that it's that lopsided that quick, but the Almerchi Indians have been putting up some pretty significant and impressive offensive numbers this season. I know last week they scored over 50 points in a game where there was a running clock in the second half. I believe they scored 26 points in the first quarter of the football game. So this is a team that really feels like they've moved forward and turned a corner. So they may be a significant challenge for teams in the region and a contender for the region this year. We'll see what happens. It's been a while since you've been able to say that about the Almerchi Indians, but they're making some noise right now, right out of the gate.
I'm sure it is an electric atmosphere out there at our Armuchee tonight, and we'll see if they can keep it going. You have to play 2 halves of football, but right now things are going well for the Armuchee Indians. I don't have a score on the Cedartown Dalton game. It's just saying 0-0. So if any of our listeners want to shoot us a text, let us know what's going on in that game. Model is getting their get-right game against Murray County. Last week, Trine came to Shannon and put a pretty good beating on the Devils, and this week they're returning that favor to the Murray County. It's 35-0 at the half. And then we have a defensive battle. You and I picked this game. Battle of the Tigers between Adairsville and Ringgold. That one's all knotted up at 7, which doesn't surprise me at all.
And we both went with Adairsville in that football game. As a matter of fact, for the last 3 weeks, and this has got to be a record, we both picked exactly the same in every single game, and Ian's got a 2-game lead, so that serves me very little.
It does, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy this 2-game lead. I don't have to worry about it this week.
No pressure whatsoever. So is that all you got as far as
That's all I've got so far.
Yeah,
I'm going to see if I can get a score on this Cedartown game. If I can manage that, then we'll hop back in, and I'll let you know as soon as I have it.
And of course, certainly worth mentioning, teams that have of local interest that have a bye this week. Calhoun Yellow Jackets and Cartersville Canes are both off. They play each other next week as their region opener. Rockmart's off, so Norville and the Tryon Bulldogs have a bye week this week.
And it just came through, and this is shocking.
Ooh.
Do you see what I see?
That is very
If
shocking.
that is accurate, the Cedartown Bulldogs are leading Dalton 21-0. Cedartown, this is a team that was so close to a state championship last year. They had to replace a lot of their skilled players on offense. They've been playing good defense, but they've started 1-3. And they had a tough road game against a very hot Dalton Catamounts team. And if they're leading that one 21-0, I think Cedartown might have found their mojo again.
They may have. We'll see what happens. But that score of all the ones you've just mentioned so far, that one surprises me the most. Not that Cedartown would be able to compete against Dalton, but that the score would be that lopsided that quick in that football game, because Dalton has scored a lot of points this year.
Yeah.
They played pretty good defense as well, and they've played some pretty good teams throughout the course of their non-region schedules. So that one is a little bit of a surprise, and that's a non-region game as well.
Yeah. We'll keep a close eye on that. Sometimes our score stream updates aren't that accurate because it is fan-based, but
That's right.
But that's a shocker there.
Yeah, every now and then you get some pranksters on there that try to pull one over on everybody, but we'll see what happens. We'll keep tabs on that. Well, this is a good place for us to take a break so we can kick back, relax, and enjoy the Dade County Wolverines marching band for a little bit. We're glad to have you along with us tonight for Darlington Tigers football, whether you're listening on the radio on WLAQ or watching on the live stream at the YouTube channel for Darlington School. Right now, the Darlington Tigers on top. A lot of football to play. Darlington up 13-6 over the visiting Dade County Wolverines. This is Region Game 1 of the season. So we'll go ahead and send it back to the studio for 4 minutes. We're glad to have you with us on WLAQ in the live stream. Back and forth.
At Rome Orthopedic Center, we salute students, freshmen and seniors, athletes and artists, first stringers and choral singers, band majors and game changers. We hope you never need orthopedic care, but if you do, choose the only practice in the Rome area solely dedicated to the orthopedic needs of the students and families in our community. Rome Orthopedic Center. To make an appointment, call 706-292-0040.
At Darlington, we're proud to wear purple and white.
Because Tigers strive for greatness.
In the classroom and on the field.
We know that we can do anything, be anything,
achieve anything.
We're part of a program that is 100% dedicated to nourishing our minds and our bodies.
As teammates, we push each other further than we ever thought we could go.
Because every single one of us has something to contribute.
We practice hard so that when we compete, we can leave it all out on the field.
With each win, we build confidence.
With each loss is a lesson.
Our coaches teach us more than technique.
They prepare us to be good teammates,
friends, and people.
We face adversity together
and push through to reach our goals.
We may struggle,
but we will never give up.
Because today,
because today,
because today,
because today, tomorrow, forever.
We're Darlington Tigers.
Shop for your next car, truck, or SUV at Riverside Auto Group. Check out riversideautogroup.com today to browse their selection or visit with them in person at Riverside Chevrolet Buick GMC in Rome, Riverside Toyota in Rome, and the all-new Riverside Buick GMC Cadillac in Cartersville. Locally owned and operated by the Welburn family since 1974. That's Riverside Auto Group. Visit riversideautogroup.com.
My name is Ryan Somerville. I am the sales manager for Business Water Solutions. We do water purification coolers as well as ice machines for any size business. We're on campus right now at Darlington School. Super happy to be here. They're one of our biggest customers. I myself played sports here. Our two founders played sports here. It was absolutely our pleasure to be a sponsor for Darlington Athletics. I think one thing that really sets us apart is our water purification. There's 13 stages. The reverse osmosis part of it has been a huge part of our success, along with our 24-hour guarantee for service calls. So when a customer does call us, we're then guaranteed within 24 hours. We were able to provide a touchless water system to make it more COVID-friendly in terms of germs and touching the water system. One thing I always say is we're not selling a product, we're selling our service. That's what we really push for every single day, is to have a customer service experience like they've never had before.
We're back live at Chris Hunter Stadium, Jerry Sharp Field. Glad to have you with us tonight. Darlington Tigers on top at halftime, 13-6. We got about 6 minutes and 20 seconds left of the halftime period. And we just want to welcome you back into the broadcast to let you know what's coming up next on the schedule for both of the teams here tonight. The Tigers are going to play their second region game of the season on Branch Bragg Field out at Coosa High School next Friday, a team that we were just talking about having some problems with Armurchie tonight. Hard to believe that at the end of the night we're officially going to be midway through the regular season schedule, 5 games into it, Ian, and Dade, they're going to have their hands full 2 weeks in a row coming up next week as they're going to host Tryon in their next region game.
Wow.
So,
they didn't waste any time, with the tough opponents. Not that there's an easy out in this region, but to draw Darlington and Tryon in your first 2 region games, that's a tough draw.
And we're seeing right now that Dade County's got a very competitive team this year. Not sure about Coosa. They're struggling a little bit against Armurchie. We'll see how that game shakes out when they get further along in it. Chattooga, of course, you got Pepperell in this region. Armurchie is an up-and-comer in the region this year. My goodness. So, and then you got Tryon at the end of the season for Darlington. It doesn't look like there's going to be an easy week in there, man.
No, not at all. No, you wouldn't expect that. At all once you get into region play, but it's nice to see some of these area teams, especially the Coosas and Armurchies that have struggled for a little while. Coosa's had a great start to the season. They're not putting it together tonight so far, but definitely putting points on the board, and Armurchie's doing that as well.
Here's a Braves update for you. Top of the 6th, the Braves are playing up in D.C. against the Nationals. They're leading 6-3. I know Charlie Morton was on the mound tonight for the Atlanta Braves. And if you're wondering about the magic number, obviously the Braves have already won the division and clinched a playoff spot a long time ago. But what eyes are on now is making sure that you get that home field advantage in the National League and in the World Series if you get to that point. But the Braves improved to 98-55 yesterday and reduced the magic number down to 6 to clinch home field advantage in the National League. And I think the number is similar, if not exactly the same, for the World Series at this point. So, we'll see what happens, but that's a big deal. So hopefully the Braves can keep winning and lock that up.
That's right. Everybody hit the panic button after they dropped. They got swept by the Marlins and lost the series to the Phillies. So it's nice to see them bounce back. They got a win last night, and hopefully they can bring this one home tonight and continue to win and decrease that magic number.
Boy, enjoyed watching those highlights there. DeMarion Floyd with the big run that we just saw a couple of moments ago. Well, man, we've got an opportunity here, so we're going to take it to catch our breath one more time because we're getting ready for some more football, and we're glad you're with us for the ride tonight, whether you're watching on the video stream or listening on the radio. And before we do take the break, we'll kind of let you know what our coverage looks like throughout the week for high school football and Darlington in particular, because we launched something brand new this year, and that we have the Coach Grove Show, which airs live on the WLAQ YouTube channel and also the WLAQ Facebook live feed. So make sure to like us and follow us and all that good stuff. Smash the subscribe button on YouTube if you get a chance. We appreciate that. And you can watch the Coach Grove Show live on Wednesdays. Coach comes out to the radio station, sits down with Ian and I, and we talk Darlington football for a half an hour. It's been a lot of fun this season.
It's great. It's great, man. I mean, to get Coach Grove's feedback on how the week of practice has gone, what happened in the game the week before, and what we can expect on Friday nights. I just think it's a great addition to our Darlington football coverage.
Then you've got a classic show that we've had for a long time this week in Northwest Georgia football, and that airs now on our YouTube channel and our Facebook live feed live on Thursday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Then we play it back on the radio ahead of our coverage of Darlington football at 6 o'clock on Fridays. So make sure that you tune in. That feature that we do where we pick all the games. The only game we don't pick is the one featuring the one that we're calling. We recuse ourselves from picking for or against Darlington. This doesn't seem like the right thing to do, does it?
No. We'll take a page out of old Kirk Herbstreit's book.
That's right. Well, both teams now out on the field warming up. We're going to take a break for 3 minutes. We'll be back on WLAQ, and we'll get this thing underway for the second half. Darlington on top, 13-6 at halftime. We'll be back.
At Rome Orthopedic Center, we salute students, freshmen and seniors, athletes and artists, first stringers and choral singers, band majors and game changers. We hope you never need orthopedic care, but if you do, choose the only practice in the Rome area solely dedicated to the orthopedic needs of the students and families in our community. Rome Orthopedic Center. To make an appointment, call 706-292-0040.
At Darlington, we find our confidence in discovering who we are.
In the classroom and on stage.
The opportunities are endless.
Our creativity knows no bounds as we take risks,
explore opportunities,
and stretch our minds.
Together with our teachers,
we use what we've learned to create beauty,
to tell stories,
to inspire. We discover new passions
while allowing existing ones to flourish.
We know that we can do anything,
be anything,
achieve anything.
We give our time to something greater than ourselves. Whether we're sketching,
singing,
writing,
or acting, we find new ways to express ourselves
and share our talents with the world. We know that our ideas and contributions matter, and we take great pride in that.
Because today,
tomorrow, forever.
We're Darlington Tigers.
My name is Ryan Somerville. I am the sales manager for Business Water Solutions. We do water purification coolers as well as ice machines for any size business. We're on campus right now at Darlington School. Super happy to be here. They're one of our biggest customers. I myself played sports here. Our two founders played sports here. It was absolutely our pleasure to be a sponsor for Darlington Athletics. I think one thing that really sets us apart is our water purification. There's 13 stages. The reverse osmosis part of it has been a huge part of our success, along with our 24-hour guarantee for service calls. So when a customer does call us, we're then guaranteed within 24 hours. We were able to provide a touchless water system to make it more COVID-friendly in terms of germs and touching the water system. One thing I always say is we're not selling a product, we're selling our service. That's what we really push for every single day, is to have a customer service experience like they've never had before.
13-6 over Dade County at halftime. They just started the 3-minute warm-up period, kind of got a delay in starting the clock on that one, so we've actually got a couple extra minutes here. And that gives us time to let you know that coming up, we were talking Braves baseball. We're going to have Braves baseball for you right here on WLAQ. Braves at Nationals. It's a matinee tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. first pitch. Pregame will start at 11:50 from the Braves Radio Network. Then on Sunday, they'll play at 1:35 p.m. with pregame starting at 12:20 p.m. again from the Braves Radio Network. So it's getting towards the end of the regular season. Getting ready to close out the month of September. Hard to believe. The month of September's just flown by.
Yeah, it really has, Matt. And got a great weekend of sports in general, you know, as we wind down the baseball season, college football, high school football, pro football, all heating up. And, you know, the Falcons are 2-0, got a chance to go on the road and maybe get to 3-0. Tomorrow is just a delicious slate of games. I can't describe it any other way. From 12 noon until the wee hours of the morning, there's really quality college football all day.
And it's really the first time this season that we've had that, where we've had just a great slate of games all day long. Of course, I know the burning question that will get answered tomorrow that people are going to be curious about, because everybody's got prime fever, is wondering, after the victory over TCU, and then you turn around and get a victory over Nebraska, then you have to go to double overtime and come from behind to beat Colorado State. Can Colorado get out there and compete with the Oregon Ducks? A team that's played excellent. I do too, man. I actually think it's going to be fairly lopsided.
And that's not a knock on what they've achieved. I have a lot of respect for the PR side of it all. I mean, it's been brilliantly executed, and Deion Sanders deserves some credit for having a team that had one win last year at 3-0 and wins over respectable programs. Now, TCU, Nebraska, Colorado State, it's not Oregon and USC. We'll find out exactly where Colorado is. But I do think that if he stays in Boulder, he's going to get the dudes. He will get the dudes.
I agree with you 100%. And with that said, without a doubt, for the first few weeks of the season, it has been the most entertaining story in college football. In my opinion, I've enjoyed it as much as anything, if not more. It's been fun.
I mean, it's been a bit of a circus.
Yeah.
But again, I respect the game. I mean, all of a sudden, a program that had one win last year has all of this attention, and that is that's impressive.
Well, we're about to play some football. Tigers are going to tee it up, and we'll see DeSalis kick it away to Dade County. They won the toss at the beginning of the game, deferred to the second half. Darlington leads at 13-6. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for some more football here on the YouTube channel and also the radio. And we are officially, now after the whistle, going to be underway with football in the second half. Toe meets leather. That's end over end. Long kick that drops in and will be fielded at the 5-yard line from the far sidelines. He cuts back to the near side of the field, almost gets all the way to the near side sidelines, and cuts back to about the 16 or was that 21-yard line.
Yeah, he's got him at the 20. They're going to mark him at the 23 officially.
So the Wolverines will start at their own 23-yard line after everything is said and done for the first drive of the second half. And now their quarterback, Schrader, is going to line them up. Bryson Schrader. Actually, I think well, we'll see. Yeah, he's under center that time. He turns, hands it off. Hadn't seen that a whole lot in this game. They run off the right side of the formation and pick up about 4 or 5 yards on the first play, so a positive gain.
Yeah, and I didn't see who the ball carrier was. Oh, not a surprise. It was Sullivan. It's been Sullivan or Williams most of the night. But that's the recipe Dade wants to follow. They want to pound the rock and sustain drives.
So now they're going to line up under center again. There's the snap. Going to turn, hand the football off, go back to Sullivan this time. Stays up, gets some good blocking up front, and he gets the first down.
They sure did. They're in the wishbone, man.
Yep.
They have come out in the wishbone to start the half.
And we've seen them spread out most of the game. And one of the things that you remember about Dade County back in the day when Bradley Warren was the coach, they ran a wing tee for years and years.
Yeah, I remember that. We called a few of their games in those days. Well, a great playoff game between them and Armurchie.
Oh, definitely.
Heartbreaker for the Armurchie fans.
Shotgun formation, 1st and 10 now after the first down. There's the snap. They're going to turn, hand it off, and they go back to Sullivan. He picks up 3 or 4 yards, getting a couple of yards after contact there.
And what a shift. I mean, Matt, they lined up in the shotgun exclusively in the first half, and now the first 3 snaps have all been in the wishbone.
So that brings up 2nd and 6 after a pickup of 4 with 10:50 left to go here in the third quarter, and Darlington leading at 13-6. And a formation that we don't see very often anymore.
No, but they did have a lot of problems snapping the ball.
Here comes the snap. Quarterback Schrader's going to hand it off. They go with the big guy this time, Landon Williams, and he picks up 2-3 yards. So,
and that's just the halfback dive that you got used to watching if you were a Georgia Tech fan. You saw Paul Johnson run that play. It makes me think of Jonathan Dyer. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
He used to just bulldoze that dive play.
So that brings up 3rd and 3 with the ball now at the 44, and we're seeing the team just grind it now. Quarterback Schrader under center. He'll turn, hands it off, goes back to Sullivan this time, and he's able to break through and gets another first down. And he's still up, carrying the pile. Let's see where they stop. No, ball came out. It looks like the Tigers have it. It's Demarion Floyd, I believe, who came up with that ball.
And and if they didn't blow the play dead,
yeah,
then that's going to be a strip and a recovery.
Let's see that on the replay again. We'll have another look at that one.
All right. So Sullivan fighting for yardage. He's at the 50. Still moving forward, and D-Man just grips and rips that thing out. Yep, it's out. And there's no replay at the high school level, so Floyd with the rip and the recovery there to add to his stat sheet.
So the Tigers are now in business with the ball at the 48-yard line on Wolverine's side of the field. They're going to give it to D-Man, who just recovered the fumble and came up with the strip, and they're going to tackle him behind the 50-yard line. So he's actually going to take a loss of about 3 yards.
And they've really done a good job getting sideline to sideline here. Darlington's got some serious speed at the skill positions. And other than a few plays, Dade has done a good job shutting that down.
So 9:25 remains here in the third quarter of play. Darlington leads at 13-6. Dade County's turned the ball over. Tigers have got the football now with 2nd and 13 with the ball at the 49-yard line. Now back in Tiger territory. 2 wide on each side. Man motions from the near side to the far side. And they're going to swing it out to him, and we're going to have a flag against the Tigers.
And the Hankies are back out here. It's going to back Darlington up.
So I'll back them up to the 44-yard line. So this drive's going in the wrong direction here, Ian.
It sure is. 2nd and 18. After the fumble.
2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. Miles Twyman in the backfield here with Sammy Konchesky, the quarterback. And he gets ready to take the snap, turns, hands it off to Miles, bounces off to the near side, and he's going to be brought down pretty quickly.
That's only Miles' 2nd carry.
Got about 2 yards on the play. So that sets up a 3rd down and 16 for the Tigers.
Yeah, and we'll see what they dial up here. They've gone to that tunnel screen a lot in 3rd and long situations. Talon Showery, always a threat. If you can get him the ball, he can make a couple of guys miss and make a big play. So we'll see what they dial up here on 3rd down.
2 wide receivers on the far side, 1 on the near. This is going to bring up 3rd down and 16. There's a snap. Sammy Konchesky's going to hand it off. They'll come back the other way, cutting to the near side. Demarion Floyd across the 40, but a flag comes in.
Yeah, and it was blocking downfield. I think they're going to get a holding call on Jake Trebus. It'll be a spot foul, so the Tigers will have an opportunity here. They ran that play in the first half, Matt. That was the 50-yard run that Demarion hit. That also was negated by a hold.
So the official picks up the flag, and they'll march off the yards.
We'll see where they mark this. I guess it's not a spot foul. I thought that was Trebus downfield that they threw the flag on.
Ball will be back at the 44-yard line with 8:03 left to go in the third quarter, with Darlington leading at 13-6.
Okay. Well, that was a great play call. Just that little delay handoff, and they've unfortunately it's gotten flagged both times, but great play design there.
Jace Hatcher out on the field for the Darlington Tigers will line up in the slot, it looks like. Now they'll run back to the line of scrimmage. Floyd in the backfield here with Sammy Konchesky for third and long. Dropping back is Konchesky looking to throw the ball. He's got company in the backfield. He's going to throw it towards Demarion Floyd, and it's picked off on the sidelines by number 19, Rocker Stanley, and that's a turnover for the Tigers.
That sure is, and great play there by Stanley. I mean, he was just spying Konchesky, never saw him. He rolled out, and Demarion cut up field, thought he had a big play, but he did not see Stanley lurking in the shadows there. And a great pick and a big swing in momentum here as Dade County, after they turn the ball over on their first drive, is able to turn the Tigers over.
So now the Wolverines are going to set up shop at the Tigers' 47-yard line with 7:34 left to go in the third period of the football game, and the Tigers up 13-6. They'll get ready for their second drive of the second half. This is their 8th drive of the football game. And they will line up in the wishbone again. Under center is going to be Schrader. He's going to pitch the ball, goes to Demetrius, and he picks up 2-3 yards there on the first play. They have totally changed their offense here for this third quarter.
And I wonder, I mean, they had at least 4 or 5 snaps that hit the turf, and that was causing some serious problems for them. They were losing yardage, and it was self-inflicted wounds. So I wonder if that has anything to do with the move to the wishbone.
Perhaps it did, and actually that was no gain on that play, so that brings up second down and 10 from the 47. And from the wishbone under center, Schrader takes the snap. He turns, hands it off. They'll cut towards the near side, gets tripped up. A nice tackle there by the Tigers and number 11, Ashton Albers, but he did get a chunk of yards before they brought him to the turf. He got about 6.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Albers getting the shoelaces, then Mr. Childress would probably be dancing in the end zone right now.
Galvin Childress with the carry there for the Wolverines. Quarterback under center, that is Bryson Schrader. Wishbone formation. There's the snap, and they're going to hand it off and go up the middle. Did you get bit by something, man?
Ants.
Really?
That's the third time I've gotten bitten by an ant. Sorry, that one hurt.
I've seen them wandering around, but I hadn't got hit by one yet.
That one hurt more than the other ones.
Big run by the big guy, Landon Williams, and that moves the chains. First down for the Wolverines. Now they've got it at the 35-yard line of the Darlington Tigers. Back to that wishbone. There's the snap. Going to hand it off, and he falls forward and gets some yards. Braylon Sullivan this time. Got 3.
Dade is going to shorten this game. They've got a clear strategy here. They want to run the rock. They've moved to this wishbone. See if they can just keep themselves within striking distance here and make this a 4-quarter football game.
We're under 6 minutes to play now in the third quarter, so we're already halfway through with this third frame. It's 9:14. Quarterback under center, Schrader, ready to take the snap. He will turn, hands it off. They cut towards the near side. He's going to be brought down after a short gain.
Yeah, excellent defense.
Sullivan
there.
again, wasn't it? Nope,
yeah.
It was 15 that time. Brandon Willerson.
Man, right now Darlington's doing a really good job defending this wishbone offense. I'm going to have to ask Coach Groves if this is something they expected.
Yeah. So quarterback under center again in wishbone as they've been for the entirety of the third quarter. They're going to turn, hand it off, go to Sullivan that time. He almost breaks free at the end of the play. Got close to the first down. He may have got it.
Yeah, it'll depend on the spot. The spot from the far side official looks like a first down.
Maybe a little bit short.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yep.
Big fourth down here.
Yep. So 4th down and 1 with the nose of the ball sitting at the 25-yard line. Wolverines in Darlington territory with 4:43 left here in the third quarter. Darlington leading at 13-6. This is 4th down and 1. Under center is going to be Schrader. Let's see what they dial up here. Schrader takes the snap, turns, gives it to the big guy. No surprise there. He dives forward, and he gets the first down. That was Landon Williams. Not surprised to see him pound the rock with him there to try to get the yard they needed.
Yeah, and they hit him right when he got the ball, but he was able to bounce off and fall forward and pick up that tough yard.
So they get the first yard. They get the first down. The ball just inside the 25 now at the 23. And under center is going to be Schrader. So he gets ready to take the snap in the wishbone. He fakes the pitch, rolls to his left, got an open man, connects with his receiver, gets tripped up, or dives forward and flips at about the 8-yard line. That was Riker Stanley, wasn't it?
Who made the interception to stop the Tigers' last drive, and that's what the option will do to you. It'll lull you to sleep. They went play action, and it was wide open. Had that ball been on the money, Stanley would have been able to walk into the end zone, but Darlington will get a chance here to make a stop.
First and goal from the 8-yard line for the Wolverines. They trail 13-6. There's the snap. Going to hand it to Sullivan. Tries to get through the line of scrimmages. Bounces off a defender, and he's in after an 8-yard scamper for a touchdown that will move the game to a 13-12 score. So if they can get the extra point, they'll be able to tie it up here, Ian.
And, man, what a change in strategy here. Dade County's just going to hand the rock off.
So it's 13-12. We get ready for the extra point attempt here for Dade County. They're getting their personnel lined up and ready to roll. And the kicker that's going to attempt this kick is Abigail Tremere. They've got 2 female kickers here on the team, both seniors this year. We saw them last year when we were over at Dade County. So Tremere will try to tack on the extra point and tie up the ball game. Kick is on the way, and it looks good to me, and it's through, and It's 13 apiece.
13-13, all knotted up, and we got a fight on our hands here, Matt.
Yes, indeed, we do. So now we'll see if the Tigers could come out here in their 8th drive of the football game and answer the bell. 3:41 left to go here in the third quarter. We're all tied up at 13 apiece.
Yeah, and the story of the second half so far, both teams turned it over on their first possession. Dade was marching, but Demarion Floyd was able to strip the ball and recover it. But then Darlington kind of moved forwards and backwards with penalties. They had some good-looking plays, but all of them were unfortunately negated by penalties, and they could not convert on third. Well, on third and long, they actually got intercepted, and then Dade County was able to march it in 47 yards for their second touchdown of the game and even it up with the extra point.
Honeymoon Bakery icing of the cake player of the game coming up after tonight's action. I need to sit down one day and look back and see how long they've been doing that, because it's been a long time. Steve Conrad may be able to help me with that, because we started it back when he was calling the games a number of years ago. Ball is teed up. Carter Bradley's going to kick it away here from the 40 for Dade County Wolverines. Talon Shire is going to be standing around the 10-yard line, and here comes the kick. Going to kick it over towards the corner. Will be fielded. Nope. Got behind him, and now the ball goes out of bounds. My goodness, that was dangerous.
That was.
But the Tigers will have possession of the football. That would have been an absolute disaster if Dade County would have recovered that ball on that side of the field.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. That was a very close call.
So the Tigers are not going to have wonderful field position here. They're going to have it at the 19-yard line on their own side of the field to open up their next drive, their second of the second half of the football game, with things tied up at 13 apiece.
Where'd they mark that ball?
The 19.
19.
Yep. Try to get you some score updates coming up here in just a few moments.
Looking as we speak.
Kind of figured that's what you were doing over there.
How about it?
Konchesky lines him up in a shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 19. Get ready for the first play of the drive. They're going to turn, hand it off, and go right up the middle. Ball comes out. It looks like Darlington was able to cover. Good heads-up play by Evan Parton, who was able to get on top of that football.
Ooh,
wow.
Man, the loose balls are I think everybody's holding their breath here right now. Good job by Parton to get back there and get on that ball. But that puts Darlington in a 2nd and long.
It's Steve just sent me a text. He says, sorry, I didn't catch what you said. I might know. I was trying to look back in history and remember when we started doing the Honeymoon Bakery icing on the cake player of the game, because we've been doing it for a long time. Back in the Brad Butler days. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to roll out. Nope, he's going to hand it off, and they're going to run it with Miles Twyman, and keeps those legs churning, picks up about 4 yards, but this is going to set up about a 3rd and 10.
Big third down here. Darlington needs to get something positive going here as momentum has shifted to the Wolverine side.
And when the way they executed their previous scoring drive, they ate a lot of clock with it too. So possessions will be at a premium here if they keep doing that.
Yes, they will.
Shotgun formation, 4 wide set, 2 on either side, 3rd and 10. There's the snap. Konchesky, he drops back looking to throw. He's got company in the backfield, dodges a defender, escapes, puts the ball in the air, and he's just going to toss that one out of bounds and throw it away, as you said.
Wow. Great pressure there from the Dade County defense, Matt. Konchesky dropped back, and there was immediate pressure up the middle that flushed him outside. And it's tough to go through your progressions when you have to get on the move like that. He made the right decision to live to fight another play. And Tigers will have to punt.
Indeed they will. So Talon Shirey on to punt the ball. A man back deep here for the Dade County Wolverines. That's Demetrius Walker. We've already seen him make one big play here in this game on 34-yard pass reception that he had. That was the first points of the game. This ball is going to roll up towards him, and then the Tigers will down it around the 41-yard line.
Yep, that's where they'll take over for their 3rd possession of the second half. And Dade County's successfully just kind of taking the air out of the building here.
They really have, and of course, if you're just tuning back in, if you took a little break there for a little bit, Dade County changed their formation here in the 3rd quarter of the football game and have gone to a wishbone.
Throwing everybody for a loop.
Yeah. And it looks like they're going to continue to do that because of the success that they've had. Quarterback's going to be under center, Bryson Schrader. They'll go back to that wishbone, working from right to left, 1st and 10. There's the snap. They're going to hand it off to Sullivan. He breaks free and gets about 4 yards. And they are just grinding this thing out, aren't they?
And they've got a player down, Matt. Not sure who that is.
Cramp.
One of their linemen.
Yep. 1:42 remains in the 3rd quarter. We're tied up at 13 apiece.
And take this opportunity to give you a couple of score updates. Cedartown, and one of them, I mean, this is just shocking to me. Cedartown leads 21-6 in the 3rd quarter. It's not shocking that Cedartown's in the game or that they might win, but this has not been a great offensive season for the Bulldogs. So for them to have that lead on the road against Dalton, very impressive. Rome 56-0 in the 3rd quarter over Alatoona. Pepperell's up 20-10 in the 3rd quarter over the Chattooga Indians. Model 35-0 over Murray County at the half. Fannin County leads Gordon Central 42-0 at the half. Adairsville is up 21-10 over Ringgold. That one says it's still at halftime. And then our Murchie 28-0 now in the 4th quarter over Coosa. And, you know, we were talking about that series. Coosa has dominated that series.
Oh, they have. What was it, 31-6 or something like that? I mean, it's really lopsided. I don't remember the exact numbers, but somewhere in that neighborhood. Wolverines come back to the line of scrimmage with 2nd and 7. Ball at the 45-yard line. Wolverines still in their own territory. We're tied up at 13 apiece. Just under 1:40 left to go in the 3rd quarter. There's the snap. They're going to pitch it, run a sweep out to the right side, a toss sweep to Sullivan. He's free down the sidelines. I don't know. They're going to finally bring him down, but it's going to happen inside the 20. And now they're going to set up shop with 1st and 10 from the red zone. Wow.
And just getting back to basics, this Dade County squad. Running the wishbone and running it successfully. Sullivan's had a good night.
And just a little toss sweep play for big yardage that sets him up with 1st and 10 in the red zone. So the Wolverines move it down the field rather quickly, and quarterback Schrader is going to be under center, lining everybody up in that wishbone formation, which has given Darlington fits so far. They're going to hand it off. They're going back, I believe, to Sullivan again. They bring him down hard. I don't think that was Sullivan that time. I think that was 32, Gavin Childress. We've seen him carry the ball a couple of times.
It was. Good eye, Matt.
But he did pick up about 4 yards on the play, so that sets up 2nd and 6. The ball inside the 15, about the 14-yard line. 52 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter, and it looks like Dade County going to take their time getting back to the line of scrimmage, ground out as much time as possible.
No doubt about it.
Down to 10 seconds. Now Schrader under center. He's going to turn, hands it off this time to Sullivan, tries to bounce to the outside. The Tigers are ready for it. They bring him down for a loss of about a yard. Is that Jaron Payne on the tackle?
It was. Jaron Payne was on it. And on that, and I believe it was number 55, Connor Ellison as well.
Saw Sam Wooten heading in that direction as well, but Payne and then
Jaron Payne, Wooten.
Yeah. Host of Tigers heading in the right direction there.
Couldn't see who was on the bottom there. There was another Tiger in there, and that's
the last
it.
Play of the third quarter. Yeah, we're all tied up at 13 apiece. We got 3rd down and 8 with the ball in the 15 for Dade County. Once we swap sides of the field and get ready for the final quarter of the football game, tied at 13 apiece. We're back in 1 minute. Dade County in a big 3rd and 8 from the 15-yard line of the Darlington Tigers, with everything knotted up at 13 apiece as we get ready for the final 12 minutes of the football game. Schrader gets ready to line up under center here with everybody lined up in the wishbone. 3 men in the backfield with him, and Schrader gets ready to take the snap here on 3rd and 8, looks off to the sidelines. Now he takes the ball, hands it off. They pound the rock up the middle. He squeezes through and picks up 3 or 4 yards there, Ian.
Yeah, now we're going to have a big 4th down here. Tigers desperately need a stop.
So just underway with the final quarter of the football game with everybody tied at 13 apiece, and a 4th down conversion needed here for Dade County to try to have an opportunity for points here. And it looks like players, it looks like they're going to take a timeout. Players are walking off the sidelines. They haven't taken the timeout just yet, though. 10 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to.
And this is a huge play, so I don't disagree with this strategy by Coach Poston.
All right, so he takes the timeout. We're going to take it with him. 11-16 left to go in the ball game, tied at 13 apiece. 4th down for Dade County. Coming up from the 10, 4 yards to go for a 1st down. We come back 30 seconds as the third train goes by.
Train number 3.
Back in 30. Looks like they've decided to go with the field goal attempt here. And this is going to be, what, a 29-yard attempt here.
Yep.
And this is going to be off the leg of Carter Bradley. So 29-yard field goal attempt coming up. There's the snap. Hold. Kick is on the way. He's got the leg for it, and it is going to be good. It is through. They'll take the lead 16-13 after the field goal. So Carter Bradley with the field goal.
So it looked like they were going to go for it. I didn't know what kind of range they had. They used several different kickers, including the Trimmer twins. But this time it was
Carter
Bradley that trots out there, and he had plenty of leg to knock that one through from 29 yards.
Indeed he did. But in some respects, you got to look at that, even though they got the points, as a victory there for the Tigers to hold them to 3 at this point of the football game.
Yeah, absolutely. Dade takes the lead back, and that's playing with house money at this point. But the Darlington defense got off the field. They got to stop, didn't allow 7, and now their offense will have a chance to answer.
So now Carter Bradley, who just booted the 29-yard field goal to give Dade County the 16-13 lead with 11:10 left to go in the ball game, is going to kick it again, this time to the Darlington Tigers. Ball at the 40-yard line, teed up and ready to go. Here comes Bradley. He's going to kick it.
And Shiry's up to get it.
And it gets behind Shiry. He'll pick it up. Cuts towards the middle of the field. Now off towards the far sidelines. Stays up. Nice stiff arm down the sidelines. He's got a good run going. He's across midfield. He's down across the 40. Nobody's going to get him, folks. He's down inside the 20, 15, 10, 5. Gone. Big kick return there for the Darlington Tigers for a touchdown, and they strike back. Don't see any laundry on the field. The Tigers have taken the lead on a big special teams play, which was one of the keys to the game that Coach Groves talked about in his show earlier this week, was how big special teams can be for this football team.
And how long was that return? I'm trying to see where Shiry ended up scooping that up at the 22-yard line. So a 78-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. And boy, did the Tigers need that. And I'm telling you, Matt, they've been kicking it short. That's a great adjustment by the Tigers staff. They pulled Shiry up to that short position, and Dade County didn't pick it up. I heard one of the coaches saying, don't kick it to 1.
And here's a big extra point attempt here. Ian DeSalis is on, and this would give Darlington a 4-point lead here in this football game if they're able to do it.
What a run by Shiry. I mean, he had to go all the way across the field and then cut up and find his way. And he turned on the jets around the 40-yard line and left everybody else in the dust.
It has definitely been, a season of explosive plays here for this Darlington football team, and that was one of them for sure. 10:53 left to go in the ball game. Darlington has regained the lead, 19-16. We got a PAT pending here as we get ready for Ade DeSalis here to try to punch it through the uprights.
And a big kick here. If this goes through the uprights, Dade has to score a touchdown to take the lead. But also, if they score a touchdown and get the extra point, you can still tie with a field goal. So, big kick here for DeSalis, who is having to come on for Hendricks Jones, who went out on the first play of the game on a kickoff return.
So DeSalis on here to try to kick it through the uprights. Sammy Konchesky, starting quarterback, will handle the hold. We get ready for the snap. I like Darlington jump at the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
So this will be from 5 yards further back. Fun night of football here. We started off at about 80 degrees when the sun was still shining, but we've dropped down to about 68 degrees as the game has progressed.
Yeah.
So a 12-degree drop.
Gotta love it.
Man.
Feels like football.
All right. So now we get ready for the extra point attempt after the penalty. And they'll kick it from the 15. Here's the snap. Hold looks good. Kick is on the way.
Beauty.
Plenty of leg, and it is right through the uprights, and that is going to tackled another point, making it a 20-16 game. And the way this game's flowed, that is absolutely massive.
Oh, it's huge, huge. It was a big kick. And it's big for his confidence, and they even backed him up 5 yards because they may need him to split the pipes in this game. This one's going down to the wire. Dade's going to continue to run this wishbone and try to drag the clock out. I would imagine these two teams probably won't get more than 2 possessions.
And it looks like, let's see. Referee just signaled an unsportsmanlike conduct to be assessed against Darlington on the kickoff.
Ouch.
I didn't see what happened, but
I didn't either. But some kind of celebration, I'm sure. Taunting of some sort. Emotions are high in a game like this. It's been a hard-hitting, back-and-forth football game.
I'm told that someone went on the bench, went to the end zone to celebrate with them.
Oh.
Well, this kickoff's going to be from the 25-yard line. And we get ready for DeSalis to kick it away. Darlington leading at 20-16. There's the whistle. After a little bit of a delay there, and here we go. DeSalis puts the boot on it. He's going to kick that one as a squib kick that rolls up to about the 30, bounces off the chest of the return man, and he gets the ball, cuts up towards the middle of the field. He's going to have it across to about the 44, so a good recovery for number 8 of Dade County. That's Demetrius Walker.
He scored their first touchdown tonight and has had his hand on the ball several times. Shifty little player with some serious speed. And there's 10:35 left in this final quarter, Matt. Both teams have their full complement of timeouts. Buckle your chin strap if it wasn't already.
Oh, man. 1st and 10 here for the Wolverines. They'll line up in that wishbone that we've seen here for the entirety of the second half of the ball game. They're going to hand it off. Going to run it up the middle of the field with Sullivan, and he's going to get it across to about the 48-yard line before the Tigers reel him in and bring him to the turf. He picked up about 5 yards on that play.
Tough yards. Sullivan's not a big guy, but man, he runs with a lot of determination.
He really does. Keeps those wheels turning. 10:06 remaining in the game. Clock ticking. Dade County back to the line of scrimmage. Under center is Schrader. Their quarterback, Bryson Schrader, a junior this year. He'll take the snap, turns, gives, and they're going to nearly bring him down. He gets some yards after contact. Number 32, Gavin Childress. How much do you think he got there? About a yard?
Yeah, he got a yard. It looked like he was going to lose a yard or two. And then he was able to make a nifty little joystick move and fall forward and get him into 3rd and 4. Long 3.
Got the ball at the 49-yard line. 9:28 left to go with Darlington leading it by 4. 20-16 is your score. Schrader's under center. Wishbone formation. They'll turn. That's going to be a toss sweep going to the near side. Sullivan, and the play is blown up there by number 13 of the Darlington Tigers, Aiden Davis, with a good stop.
Yeah, huge stop there. And Dade has a decision to make. It'll be 4th and all of 4 yards here after Davis got that tackle for loss.
Do they try to pin them back, or do they roll the dice here? It looks like they're keeping the offense out on the field, at least for the time being.
It's decision time.
I think they're going to try to go for it here.
And you know, I thought Dade spent a timeout before they kicked that field goal, but the scoreboard says they have all 3 left.
So Dade comes back to the line of scrimmage. Big down here. Ball at the 49-yard line in Tiger territory. 4th down and 3, and the Tigers are going to call a timeout here.
They were running out of time. They weren't going to get that off. So Dade has to spend.
Dade calls the timeout. Yeah. All right, so we're going to take it with them. Darlington 20, Dade County 16. 4th down and 3 coming up after a 30-second break. get the fans on their feet and making some noise, and they're listening. All right, 4th down and 3 coming up. Ball at the 49. Dade County with the ball. Darlington with a 20-16 lead. This is big down in terms of this football game. Schrader going to be under center in that wishbone formation. Turns, hands it off, and Sullivan gets tripped up. He's going to be close. I think he's going to be short.
I mean, they're moving the chains.
They're moving the chains.
Yeah.
Man.
Big first down there on 4th and 3.
Wow. So now the ball is going to be at the 45-yard line. 1st down and 10 here for the Wolverines. Is that train still going by? That's a pretty long one. Yeah. Schrader under center. Gets ready to take the snap. He is going to hand the ball off. They'll try to go at the middle. He's free. Oh, he's across the 15-yard line before they haul him in. And that was number 20, Landon Williams, with a big pickup, and they got 1st and goal in the red zone.
And that was that was the dive play. And Williams was able to get his motor rolling, much like that train rolling past the stadium. And Dade is on the march here with 7 minutes and 53 seconds left in the ball game.
So now the ball is going to be at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10 here in the red zone for Dade. They're going to hand it off, go up the middle. They went back to Williams again, breaks a couple of tackles, and he falls back into the end zone. That's going to be a Dade County score to take the lead. Whoa.
And they went right back to that dive play and let their big fella rumble down the field. That was some Mike Allstott, Tampa Bay Buccaneers style, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling as he just bulldozed his way into the end zone. And Dade has got the lead back, and again, huge extra point here as they lead 22-20 at the moment.
We get ready for the extra point. And another bad snap, and they're going to tackle man with the ball there. He's brought down, and the score is going to remain 22-20. That's certainly key.
It is. It is. A field goal would give Darlington the lead. If they can score a touchdown, they can stretch that lead.
So the 15-yard run for a touchdown to give Dade County the lead back, 22-20, happened with just a little bit under 8 minutes to go here in the ball game. We got 7:39 left to go in the game, and Darlington going to get the ball back. Trailing
I expected a fight tonight, but
too.
This has been an absolute slugfest. Hard-hitting, back-and-forth ball game. And will they kick it to Talon Shirey again? The Tigers are putting him up right around the 30-yard line.
My guess is an emphatic no, but we'll see. So to kick it away is going to be Carter Bradley. Got Demarion Floyd back here to try to return this kick. He's standing at the 6-yard line. Shirey is up at about the 26 here on the near the near hash. And we get ready for Carter Bradley to kick this ball. And he kicks it up towards the middle of the field. It's going to be fielded and brought out by Wooten. Wooten getting a block there from Twyman. He cuts up towards midfield and bulldozes a guy, and that was the kicker. He absolutely nailed Carter Bradley and pancaked him. My goodness.
Oh,
what a hit.
Sam Wooten, that was some Joe Marion type stuff right there. I don't know if you remember how he used to look for contact when he ran the ball, but Sam Wooten with a great return there to set Darlington up, and he decided he was going to run over somebody, and my goodness, he blew him up. Whew.
Well, with that said, the Tigers are in business with excellent field position with 7 minutes and 31 seconds left to go in this football game, trailing by 2 points. They're going to open up shop at the 42-yard line on the Wolverine side of the field. So the Tigers back to the line of scrimmage here with an opportunity late in this football game. Shotgun formation, Floyd in the backfield. here with Sammy Konchesky, 2 wide receivers. There's the snap. It's going to turn, hands it off to Demarion Floyd, and he's going to be brought down after a short gain.
And D-Man has been bottled up pretty well by this defense. As explosive as he is, he's gotten a lot of touches tonight, 13 carries by my count.
D-Man will stay in the backfield here for this package for the Darlington Tigers. Sam Wooten onto the field. Also, Jake Trebus is going to make his way out there. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Going to send one on the far side. Line up in the slot is Talon Shirey. Aiden Davis is split to the near side here for the Tigers. 2nd down and 9. Here's the snap. Going to be a handoff to Demarion Floyd, trying to get him to the edge, and he gets hit pretty hard after a pickup of about 2 yards, setting up a 3rd down and long.
Matt, they continue to try to get D-Man out on the edge.
D-Man's going to come take a breather as Miles Twyman trots out on the field for this package.
And they've gone to that little delay handoff in 3rd and long twice. Both times successfully. There were penalties on those plays, but I wouldn't be surprised to see that or one of the tunnel screens here.
3rd down and 8. 2 wide receivers to the near side, a couple on the far side. Twyman in the backfield with Sammy Konchesky. Konchesky drops back, puts the ball in the air, connects with Talon Shirey, and he is going to fall at about the 30-yard line. That's going to be a 1st down for the Tigers. What, did a flag come in?
No.
Okay.
He's upset because of the official. I believe where he caught the ball, he actually, while he would still be running, but the official was right there at the play, and he ran into him, causing him to fall down. So, but 1st down, and a big one.
Very big one. So the Tigers hopefully in business here. They got the ball at the 29-yard line in Wolverine territory. This time they're going to line up with 2 wide receivers on each side. Everybody else is in tight here for this package. Here's the snap for Konchesky. Is going to fake the handoff, run it up the middle, and gets a good chunk of yards on 1st down, setting up a 2nd and 5.
And right now the Tigers don't need to be in any hurry. They can take their time. Dade has not been able to throw the ball other than that 1 4th down kind of fluky play that did get him a touchdown. So they can run the clock and see if they can punch a touchdown in here.
Ball is just inside the 25 for the Tigers, 2nd down and 5. Here's the snap to Konchesky. He turns, hands it off, and they'll trip him up pretty quickly. That was
Twyman, I think.
It might have been Timmy. No.
Twyman.
Timmy Smith. Nope, that's not Timmy Smith. That's Noah Duggan. Wasn't that 23 with the ball?
Twyman carried it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's coming off the field.
Gotcha.
But Duggan was on the field.
Oh, I see. All right, folks, this is 3rd down and 5 here for the Tigers. 3 wide set. There's the snap. Quarterback's rolling to his left. He's going to put the ball in the air, and he catches it. He's going to the ground. Was he in bounds? Nope, he was out of bounds.
He tried to get that toe down, and it was close. I thought he might have gotten the toe down, but those officials have a better view than we do. I'm going to see it on the replay. He had Sam Wooten underneath, but went downfield to Shirey. Ball was high. And Shirey went up and got it. I swear he got a foot down, Matt. We're about to find out. No, it was on the boundary. It was on boundary.
That's a good call.
Great effort there by Shirey. And I think if Konchesky could have that one back, he would dump it to Wooten underneath. Let the big man go to work, but a big 4th and 4 here.
Yep, ball at the 24-yard line, 2 wide on each side of the formation. Floyd in the backfield here with Konchesky. There's a snap, and we had a little something happen before. Okay, timeout's going to be called. We're going to take it also. 4th down and 4 for the Tigers coming up from the 24-yard line in Wolverine territory with 4:37 left to go in the ball game. Dade County leads at 22-20. We're back in 30 seconds. Well, things have really stayed heated up here in this football game between the Darlington Tigers and the Dade County Wolverines. Right now, Dade County on top by 2 points, and you got a big fourth down coming up here for the Darlington Tigers with 4 to go from the 24-yard line on the Wolverines side of the field. So this is a super big play coming up here out of the timeout.
No doubt about it, Matt. Tigers need to pick this one up.
And here they go to the line of scrimmage. Going to send 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 on the near side. In the backfield's Demarion Floyd, 4th and 4 from the 24 coming up. And here is the snap to Konchesky. He'll turn, fakes the handoff to Floyd, puts the ball in the air, and connects with Wooten.
Wow. Yeah.
And that's going to be a first down.
It
Wow.
Sure is.
What a play.
Bang, bang play.
So first down throw to Wooten. He broke free and made a nice grab. Man, well executed play.
Yeah, he got it. His left foot was in front of the marker before he was hit and went out of bounds.
So a big fourth down conversion there for the Darlington Tigers with 4:30 left to go in the ball game.
And I believe Wooten's down on the far sideline, Matt. Yeah, you got a Dade County player too. Yep.
We'll have the Rome Orthopedic Center High School football scoreboard show coming up for you after tonight's action, but not before we award the Honeymoon Bakery Icing on the Cake Player of the Game. Always look forward to that segment, although it can be a pretty stressful call for us.
Sometimes it can be.
Yeah.
It was all signs were pointing towards a repeat for Demarion Floyd, but I think Talon Showery's put his name in the hat with that kickoff return. And we've got a lot of football left to play here.
We do. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Dade leading it by 2, but Darlington threatening here late in this football game. This is the first region game of the season. Next week, Darlington is going to go to Branch Spragg Field out at Coosa High School to take on the Coosa Eagles, who really kind of took it on the chin tonight from the Murchie Indians.
Shut out by our Murchie, 28-0, the final in that game. And again, you and I both picked our Murchie to win that ball game, but we thought it would be close.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So Murchie's had some big games this year. Scored a lot of points.
Absolutely. I know the home crowd had to be going nuts out there. Anytime you play a cross-county school, that's a rivalry.
And the Pepper Dragons have really taken over Chattooga, 42-17, the score in that one.
Wooten's on his feet and walking off under his own power, so that's good to see. Let's hope that young man's okay. He's had a heck of a football game tonight, and he's the quarterback of the defense, the Mike linebacker. And he is needing a little assistance. And Coach Groves is under one of his shoulders, so making sure his guy's okay.
Has a Braves baseball coming up for you tomorrow. Let's go ahead and take a look and get a check on the Braves tonight, because obviously they locked up the division a while back, but they're fighting for home field advantage throughout the playoffs, and they are up 9-6 over the Nationals. That's in the top of the 9th inning. And we'll have Braves for you tomorrow and on Sunday. Both day games. The game tomorrow starts at 1:05, and then the game on Sunday starts at 1:35. And they finally signaled to move the chain, so it's first down and 10 for the Tigers in the red zone this time. They'll start this off at around the 19-yard line as we get cranked up here for the final 4.5 minutes of this football game. Let's see if the Tigers can get some points here. Shotgun formation, Floyd in the backfield here. I believe that's Floyd. Gonna have 2 wide receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Tigers with an opportunity to try to take the lead back here late in this football game. Konchesky will line them up here for 1st and 10 from the 19, Wolverines 19. There's the snap, and they're going to hand it off to Demarion Floyd. Goes up the middle and picks up about 2-3 yards.
That's that little delay handoff. That time it was pretty well defended. Floyd cut it back to the middle, and he was able to pick up some good yardage.
As it turns out, it looks like with the spot he only got 1.
One
so
yard. Wow.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 9 from the 18. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 on the far side. And Konchesky will take the snap. He's got the ball, drops back, looking to throw on this down. Eyes downfield, puts it towards the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Darlington Tigers! My goodness, 18-yard touchdown pass to the corner of the end zone to Talon Shirey, who reels it in with coverage in front of him. What a grab, and the Darlington Tigers take the lead. Let's look at that again on the replay. Man.
And that's just letting your guy go make a play. Konchesky put the air under the ball, and it's a jump ball, man. And Shirey put himself in position, went up, and snagged that bad boy. What a play. What a play.
Do you think maybe Shirey got word from somebody that you were talking about him and the
maybe so.
Honeymoon Bakery icing on the cake player of the game?
It's certainly possible.
That happens with 3:49 left to go in the ball game. Tigers on top by 4, 26-22 is the score.
3:49 left, huh?
Yes, sir. What a ball game this has been. So the Tigers will go back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here and make this a 6-point ball game. Shotgun formation, and they jumped on the line of scrimmage. The defense did. So half the distance.
And if you're wondering why the Tigers are going for 2 here, it's a chart thing. If Dade scores, if they get a 2-point conversion, 6 will tie it, and they will need that extra point to take the lead. And if they don't get it, they could still tie with a field goal if they do get 7. So it's chess, not checkers.
Exactly. Miles Twyman's going to run it out of the field, and the Tigers will come back to the line of scrimmage. And now we'll have the ball on the 2-yard line. Shotgun formation. And here's the snap to Konchesky. He's going to follow the lead into the end zone. And now we're going to have a score of 28-22 after the 2-point conversion. Ran it right in. Wow.
This game's had just about everything.
It really has. This has been a lot of fun.
And Matt, that should be you. Should be you down there flexing. I think you could do 28 push-ups.
Oh boy, I can tell you this: it wouldn't be pretty, and it would not. They would not have solid form. There would be a lot of critique that would be available after that took place. I will assure you of that.
3:49 left, and now you got to wonder: will Dade stick with the wishbone? They have 2 timeouts, so they don't have to deviate from that. They could try to melt the clock, mount a touchdown drive, and walk out of this place with a win. 6 would tie it. They'd need the extra point to go through the uprights to take the lead after Darlington converts the 2-point conversion.
Demetrius Walker and Braylon Sullivan back here for Dade County to kick it off for the Darlington Tigers is going to be DeSalis. So the ball will be teed up at the 40, and they will get ready to kick it back to the Wolverines and hold on tight and try to get a defensive stop here. Close out this game and start region play with a victory. Here comes the kick from DeSalis, and that's going to be a line drive. It is fielded and brought out across the 50. Oh, no, the Tigers recovered it. My goodness, bounced off the player, ended up in the Tigers' hands. They have got it. What a turn of events, folks. That happened in a split second. My goodness.
Can't wait to see the replay there. I don't know if that was intentional or not. He just drilled it, and it went
right
off the player. Yeah.
Let's see who recovered it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Instant replay is stopped right there, but we won't give that young man credit. So once they fire that back up, maybe we can see who came out with the ball.
Not sure.
Still don't see. Yeah. Now we got a graphic in front of the play.
Yeah, I'm not sure who made that recovery.
Shotgun formation, 3 wide set, 2 to the near side, 1 on the far side. There's the snap. Konchesky is going to hand it off, and they're going to run it off tackle to the right side. Picked up maybe 2 yards on the play. Demarion Floyd with the carry, picked up about 3 actually on that play. Wow.
Man, I've got to write a story about this afterwards. It's going to take, it's going to be a dissertation.
So we got 3:10 left to go on the clock ticking. Darlington leads at 28-22. Ball is at the 48-yard line after a pickup of about 2 yards there for Demarion Floyd on that last run there for the Tigers. Shotgun formation. There's the snap. Going to hand it right back to Demarion. Lowers his head and picks up a few yards. So Darlington really just trying to grind this thing out.
Yeah, first down would go a long way. Dade will hold on to that timeout, both those timeouts right now. But Darlington can get this down to close to 2 minutes before they have to snap the ball. If they can pick up a first down, it would be huge.
We got 3rd down and 4 coming up. Ball is at the 45-yard line of the Wolverines. Tigers to the line of scrimmage. Wide receiver on each side of the formation. Got an H-back in on the near side of the formation. It looked like they jumped there.
It's close.
It's very close.
Then Darlington may take a timeout here.
2 seconds on the play
Yep.
clock. They do.
Yep.
All right, let's take it as well. Darlington on top, 28-22. 2:04 left to go. We're back in 30 seconds. Well, you know, Ian, this is one of those games where whoever ends up winning the game is going to be excited to win it, but probably more than anything else, they'll just be relieved to come out of here with a W. This has been a scrap.
No doubt about it, Matt.
Tigers are going to line up with the lead, up by 6 points, 2:04 left to go. 3rd down and 4 coming up. Konchesky takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff, runs up the middle, has a seam, and he gets the first down. That was a biggie.
Huge first down there. That's going to allow them to force Dade to take their timeouts and at least milk another 40 seconds off the clock. Another first down, and this game's over.
Oh, absolutely. Ball now down at the 36-yard line. Tigers in business, up 28-22 with 1:42 left to go in the ball game, and the clock ticking. 20 seconds left on the play clock.
And Dade's going to hold on to him right now and let this go ahead and run down.
So the Tigers at the line of scrimmage. 2 wide receivers, 1 on each side. Got an H-back in on the far side of the formation. There's the snap. He turns, hands it off. Konchesky gives it to Demarion Floyd, and he picks up maybe 2 yards on the play. We'll see where the spot is. I think he got about 2.
And Dade has not called timeout yet.
Almost down to the 1 minute mark.
Oh, wow. I'm a little confused.
2nd down and 9 for the Tigers, under a minute to go. 56 seconds left on the clock, 20 seconds on the play clock. Obviously, the Tigers taking as much of this time as they can. Wind down the clock. Shotgun formation, 2 wide on the far side. There's the snap to Konchesky. They're going to run a sweep out to the right side. Demarion Floyd, he's got some room on the edge, dives for it at the end of the play, and he was close.
Yeah, he may have it.
May have it. We'll see where the spot is. I think it's going to be a little bit short, though. I think he's going to be about a yard short, setting up 3rd down. 34.2 seconds left on the clock. And there's a timeout call. So let's keep it right here. Do you got any other score updates, man? While we got a second?
Yeah, I got you, man. Let me pull these bad boys up. Cedartown up 28-19 in the 4th quarter. That one's got to be getting close to the end. Dalton's making a comeback, but the Bulldogs still lead that. Model 49-7 in the 4th quarter. Daresville 28-20 in the 4th. That's a good ball game. Rome won 62-0. Pepperell, that's a final now. Pepperell 45, Chattanooga 17. Armurchie with the shutout, 28-0. Fannin County shutout Gordon Central. No surprise there. And that's all I've got for you, Matt. A lot of area teams are off tonight.
Well, this game was moving right along, and then it kind of slowed down quite a bit. So we're kind of cutting into the Rome Orthopedic Center High School football scoreboard time for Austin and Lynn, or Lynn and Austin, however order you want to put that in. And but we'll get to those guys here coming up shortly after the game, after we award the Honeymoon Bakery icing on the cake player of the game. All right, so the Tigers are going to line up here with 34.2 seconds, and they will take a knee.
Yeah, that apparently Dade only had one time out left. The scoreboard didn't have it right. So that's it, buddy. That is the ball game.
The Darlington Tigers are going to come out with the victory here and go 1-0 in region play, and improve the season record to 3-2. So what a night tonight here at Chris Hunter Stadium. The Darlington Tigers are the victors in this one, 28-22. Certainly had to earn it. It was a great ball game. We certainly enjoyed bringing it to you on WLAQ. We're going to go ahead and take a quick 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout down the line, and then we'll come back and wrap things up with the Honeymoon Bakery icing on the cake player of the game. Tigers win 28-22. Well, Ian, if we were to take the time right now to recap everything happening in that game, there would be no scoreboard show tonight. So you'll have to read about this in the paper a little bit later on, probably tonight or tomorrow morning, and get Ian's recap of the game in the Rome News Tribune. But what a ball game. And the Darlington Tigers come out with the 28-22 victory and picking up the first region win of the season and the first region game of the year.
Yeah, it was a back and forth battle. I thought this would be a good game, but I wasn't ready for what we got tonight. That was you got about everything you could ask for in a ball game tonight.
And the W. So there you have it, folks. Well, we've got the Honeymoon Bakery icing on the cake player of the game that we're going to award real quick, and then we're going to send it to the studio for the Rome Orthopedic Center High School football scoreboard show. Ian, you do the honors.
Absolutely. Well, it was looked like it was going to be D-Man's for the second straight game, and he played a heck of a ball game, not to take anything away from him or any of his teammates. But it was Talon Shirey that changed the whole feeling in Chris Hunter Stadium with a 78-yard touchdown return on a kickoff to give the Tigers the lead. And then after Dade County had taken it back, he makes a 19-yard grab. I mean, Konchesky put it up in the corner of the end zone and said, "Go make a play, my man." He made that play. He also had a 37-yard catch in the first half that set up their first touchdown. So Talon Shirey, enjoy the cupcakes.
No doubt. Talon Showery is the Honeymoon Bakery icing of the cake player of the game for the first region game of the year. And with that said, believe it or not, the Darlington Tigers are officially halfway through the entire regular season. They played 5 games with 5 more to go. Can you believe that?
No.
Wow.
It goes by in a flash every year.
Well, we'll go ahead and tell you what's coming up next. The Tigers play their second region game of the season at Branch Bragg Field at Coosa High School. So short road trip coming up next week. And so we'll get ready for that and bring that game to you right here on WLAQ and also the live video stream. We'll go ahead and recognize everybody in the broadcast real quick one more time. Press box cameras, Noah Travis and Zane Nicholson. Director Mike Garrett. Replay Nathan Patterson. Graphics and stats Uta Patterson. And also Mr. Brownlow, who is next to us tonight. Drone pilot Austin Wiggins from Hindlight Media. And Lynn Butler back at Studio Central handling the booth over there at WLAQ. I'm Matt Davis alongside Ian Griffin. Thanks for being here, Ian. We had a great night. It was a fun win to watch for the Darlington Tigers.
Go Tigers.
All right, we're going to send it back to the studio. Darlington Tigers win at 28-22. We'll say so long from Chris Hunter Stadium and send it back to the Butler boys for the Rome Orthopedic Center High School Football Scoreboard Show. Hope you have a great weekend, everybody, and go Tigers.